Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today what I'd like to do is to start a little series in our Vest Pocket video series about important watchmakers, contemporary watchmakers. So let's get started. Now the first one I want to talk about is a guy named Raúl Pagès. And he's Spanish, but he sort of would say Spanish Swiss. He works in Le Brenet, Switzerland. He's a member of AHCI, and his watches are really very nice. The first one I want to take a look at is called, and I'm going to mispronounce it probably because it's in French. It's Régulateur à détente, and the 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 important part of this watch, it is a regulator. Regulator simply has the hands on different sub-dials or the center dial. And but the big thing about this is the detent escapement. I'll talk about that in a second. Now the in-house movement is manual winding, 18,000 semi-oscillations per hour on a pivoted detent. That's the thing, is the detent is extremely important here. It's got it has an anti-tripping system within the balance, and the balance is a variable inertia balance, and so it's also, I think it'd be another name for what's called a free sprung balance as well. And it's got four 18-karat gold weights. Now these are for adjusting the balance of the balance wheel. So what I want to do is take a quick look at is what is a detent escapement. And if, by the way, too, this is about 180,000 Swiss francs. It's a very expensive watch. But I found that you can find detent escapements. If you go into some vintage pocket watches, you can find some with detents in it that aren't too expensive. So that's a good thing. The more contemporary ones are really expensive. Now, the advantage of a detent compared to the traditional Swiss lever movement, down at the bottom there, is what is a Swiss lever movement with the pallet fork and so forth, is that the escape wheel transmits its force directly. You can see it, that red part right in the middle of the balance wheel. It's directly to the balance wheel, giving it much better mechanical efficiency. And in order to see how a detent works, I have a couple little animations we'll take a look at. And as you can see, what trips the escape wheel is right in the center of the balance wheel, and the escapement, the detent escapement reaches all the way up to the center, and then down at the bottom there's a little spring that brings the detent, lets it move back and forth. So anyway, so that's a big deal, I guess. Now another watch by Raúl Pagès is called the Soberly Onyx, and the thing I like about this is that it has a very large balance wheel. I love large balance wheels, and the reason I like large balance wheels is that they have more inertia, which means they're steadier, essentially. This is one of his, it's called the Soberly Onyx, and it's got 18,000 semi-oscillations per hour. Both of the watches have this lower oscillation speed. And one of the things you're going to notice is as we take a look at different contemporary top watchmakers, we're going to see more and more of them have there's something certainly below 4 hertz. 18,000 variations, semi-oscillations per hour is 2.5 hertz. And this watch, they're expensive. This one's 48,000 Swiss francs. And it's a, I mean, all of the movements are making, they don't take, something off the shelf and throw it together and call it their great movements. I do, but they don't. So anyhow, so that's one. And by the way, too, the ones we're going to talk about belong to this elite independent watchmakers organization. So you might want to take a look at that and let me know what you think. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. And this is an opportunity to subscribe if you like.